Hello everyone. I wanna today talk to you about how to connect to the FileZilla using FileZilla. It's the FTP connection. It's a piece of software. There are lots of FTP software open source out there you can connect to a web server with it. Um, this is what we do on the industry side, is to connect to a web server. It's a piece of tool, an application where you connect to a web server. There's a whole bunch of, of of FTP software out there. FileZilla has been around for a long time, and I thought I wanted to show you how to do this. I sent everybody an email. Everybody should receive in your inbox the FileZilla FTP account information with it. It looks something like this, and of course I redacted the password because it's not going to be posted. It's going to be posted on YouTube with it. But the address, and this is this is going to be inside of your this video is inside of this particular task and this eCampus shell with it. I also sent everybody the link. Now be careful. This is the link to open your web server. It starts with the HTTPS, the HTTP, and this is the this whole first part. This is the domain up to let me explain what this is. The HTTP : / is the protocol. It stands for Hypertext Protocol, which is the protocol on your URL to connect to the web server with it. This is inside your web browser, such as Firefox, Chrome, Safari. These are the browsers with it. The domain starts with the www.mblab2.roc.dcccd.edu. All that's the domain part, which is the name. You have to purchase it, register it, etc. I have network administrators that they do that. The IMED 1416-83, whatever the section number, it's going to vary from sections to section. This semester happens to be 83, whatever it is. Your number starts with if you're taking a course with me, it's going to start with an 8 something with the next 4 digits with it. So it's going to vary every semester. / the web 8526 is the username. Okay, so the 8526 is the username that you would actually use to this is the directory, which is the path. So the path starts with at IMED 1416 all the way over to web 8526 is what's called the path, and it's defaulted to a file called index. So the username is the web 8526, which is the name of the directory, okay, which is your username when you log into this thing as well. Okay, so let me talk to you about how to connect to this. So this is what I would do: is have this email open or store it in a safe place with it. Again, you have to be on a workstation. You can't do this through an iPad or a tablet, or you need a working computer, period. That's how it is with it, okay? You can't do this through a phone. It has to be a workstation. I can't stress enough the importance of a lot of some of you guys think an iPad, Android tablet is equivalent to a workstation. It is not, okay? You need to invest yourself into a regular computer, a workstation, a PC, Windows operating system, if you plan to get into this business with it. All right, so here's what I did: is I'm going to fire up FileZilla, and it pops up this always. It always checks for update. I always close out of it. I don't bother updating with it. But I have this email. Let me just bump this on the right hand side and just kind of bump this on this side and kind of keep everything here so we can actually see both, and so we can see what's going on. So like I said, I recommend you copying, highlighting instead of highlighting like I just did here. Just copy, select it all, selected the FTP host address, Control C, or copy that, however you want to do this. Control C. I always like to copy it. Go to the host. This is the FileZilla. Control V for paste. That paste is that address is in there. The username is this. So you take that web, whatever 8, whatever I gave you, copy that. Control C, Control V, click in that actually pastes it into the username with it. Now I want to pause this the screen for a second because I don't want everybody to see the password. So I pasted the FTP host into the host, the username into the username field, and the password into the password field, and then I click on Quick Connect. So when it comes to this, click OK. You're telling it to actually log in. Now, let me maximize this so you can see. I'm going to talk to you about what's going on here with it, and please listen carefully. The right side, where my cursor is hovering across here, what I have here, all of this is on the web server. Again, the right side. These panels where my mouse is hovering over, starting with the web 8526. This is on the web server. There's a default index.html. You will replace your index page with this. All right. The left-hand side. All right. If you recall, that we created a directory in the previous segments in step 3, 4, whatever it is that we did this. This is your local drive. Look, it's C:user dan document, the name of the subdirectory, and this is the content of it. So these two panels that you're looking at, this is the content of IMED 1436 summer. Again, every semester is going to be different. I just created this for this semester with it, but you name your subdirectory, and its content looks like this. Now, I'm going to show you how to do this. Imagine there's a mirror here, right? This needs to replica this. This needs to look exactly the same as is on the web server. So whatever you have on your local drive, which I'm circling, this is your left-hand 2 panel, that's on your computer. All right, needs to have the same exact file structure as on the right-hand side. So I'm going to select, I'm going to just drag, like I just did. You saw how I just dragged everything on there, or Control A, or I'm just going to do that, or Control A. That selects everything with it, right? I want to drag, meaning click on anywhere you selected, and drag it to the right. And now I'm going to let go. Okay? It's going to ask me to override that index.html page. I'm going to click OK. I want to override it because I have a new file. Okay? So that just overrides it, and the transfer is okay. And as you can see, let me just open this up a little bit more, and you can see that's what it looks like. All right? So the right-hand side now looks exactly like the left-hand side. The right-hand side with a couple of extra files that you have, that's okay. Do not remove any of the bash, the .profile, or the cache for the subdirectories in here. It needs to look exactly like this. This is your new HTML file. All right. Now, what I need to give you is also, let's go back to that email that I just sent you in here as well. So if you look at this, right here, so this FTP host address is what you have here. Now, the HTTP address, I want to copy, I want to open up a web browser. I want to paste that in there. Hit enter. Okay? As it says, not found. That's not good. Hold on. Okay. So what I did was I figured out this is why it's not working. That web address that I just gave you, let's pull that email with it. If you look at very closely, I have a space right here between the number 0 and a /. That's a broken link. So what I have to do is go in between the 0 and has to be exactly like this. And if I did that by accident, I might have put a space into that / with it. So it needs to be web 8526. Okay, so there's no spaces in between the 0 and the / right here. And I hit enter, and this is what the on the web server, it looks like. Okay, so right now this is what you want, is to make that connection. Okay, so make sure, I had a little glitch when I sent this out to everybody with it. I'll make sure that you don't have any spaces in your address and your path name with it. That's it. So this is what you want when you need to copy this link right here and put it in all of your assignments, and this is how I'm going to grade your assignments with it. So again, all of this needs to mirror exactly when you're on your local drive. All right. That's it for this particular segment of videos with it as well. Thank you.